Hello everybody and welcome along. I'm Luke Bradnam from radio station 1029 Hot Tomato. Jase Farmer from Sports HQ will join us in just a moment to talk about everything happening in round 13 of the NRL. And the big news in rugby league this week, of course, is AFL. Izzy Folau going to GWS, the worst named sporting team in the history of bad named sporting teams. It sounds like a bad radio station. But Izzy Folau is going to go play AFL football. And now the big controversy is whether or not he should be allowed to play in the second state of origin. Let's go around the studio real quick. Jase Farmer, just yell out yes or no. Should Israel be playing in the second state of origin? Yep. You're saying yes. Bevan up in the control room, yes or no? He's saying yes as well, and they're right. Of course he should be playing. You'd have to be a moron not to pick the guy for the second state of origin. He's still playing rugby league. And all these people that are saying, oh, let's flick him out of the state of origin, he doesn't deserve it. What are you going to do, teach him a lesson? You wouldn't take $1 million a season to go and play rugby, go and play Aussie rules? Of course you would. The guy's not doing anything wrong, and we'll see him back in rugby league in about 3 seasons' time, I would imagine. And when he comes back, he's only going to be 25 years of age, so he's still got a big career of rugby league ahead of him. The big question, as far as I'm concerned, with Izzy Folau is how's it going to work? We've got a boy that grew up in Brisbane, made a name for himself playing rugby league in Melbourne, and now he's going to sell Aussie rules to people who live in Sydney. I don't understand it, but I don't really care either because I know that the guy will be coming back to rugby league. And speaking of rugby league, let's get Jase Farmer up here from Sports HQ and preview round 13 of the NRL. Well, Jase, a big week of rugby league for you last week. You tipped 1 out of 7. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks for going well.
He's been on fire, ladies and gentlemen. So get your pen and papers out because he's about to tip us the perfect round this week for round 13. Starts on Friday night. Who we got there? The Doggies and the West Tigers. Got to be the West Tigers.
Well, the Bengal Marshall Magic came back, like you said, last week. Geez, they give it to the Warriors. 50-10 on Friday night. Have they got momentum? It's hard to say with the Tigers. They spit fart around sometimes. But, you know, you'd like to think they're cruising along. They've got a pretty decent injury list at the moment, which is quite substantial. But the Bulldogs have got Benny Roberts still out as well, which is pretty sort of, I guess, damaging their attacking play at the moment.
The Doggies should have smacked Melbourne on the weekend. Melbourne had nobody. They were a team of no-names. They weren't even household names in their own household, these people from Melbourne. And they got up and rolled the Dogs.
Well, they were $1.2 million under the salary cap last week, right. The Storm, and Dogs couldn't even put up a fight against them. They were nowhere.
So who we tipping?
No, we'll tip the Tigers.
Okay, West Tigers to win the first one. I agree with you entirely on that one. The second game on Friday night, who we got?
We got Para versus Melbourne.
Right.
We got Para at home. It's quite interesting because Para have got a decent record against Melbourne because Melbourne obviously have been a dominating team for the last 4 or 5 years. But like you said, they were 1.2 million under the salary cap last week with the amount of talent. They had Slater, Inglis, Smith out. They expected that Slater and Inglis will be back this week. I don't know how you tip against Melbourne. Eels like the Tigers. You don't know who's turning up. I'll go Storm. Okay,
I totally agree. I just hate Parramatta. You never know. Hey, other than that, we've got Super Saturday. 3 games on Saturday. I've got no idea who they are, of course, but Jase, you're the man that knows everything. Listen to this guy. Who's playing on Saturday? The auto cue's broken, by the way, folks, if you're wondering. We've got no idea what's going on there. Flicker over there. Let's have a look. Here we go. Here we go.
There we go.
Up there. Melbourne Storm, blah, blah, blah. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. All right, there we go. Is it the Dragons?
We're getting there.
Okay, Penrith and Newcastle. We're there. Penrith and Newcastle.
Keep it rolling, Bev. Yeah, look, we got on Penny Panthers back last week, didn't we? We called them premiership contenders.
Awful. They were awful.
And then Burgess bashed the hell out of them. I think they go all right, though. They're not the worst team after 1 week.
But I've got to say, Newcastle have got that sort of team spirit where they're not really a team of superstars either, but they can put together a really good game of footy.
Yeah, absolutely. Rick Stone, the old Burleigh Bears coach, keeps them well gelled together. Panthers, I just think they'll have too much class though. Like you said, they're not a team of superstars, the Knights, but Panthers have got some guns there, and surely Matty Elliott would have given it to them after last week's performance. So we'll tip Panthers. I think Panthers will get in for sure. Okay,
Cronulla Roosters, who's going to win that one?
Oh, Jesus, weren't the Roosters impressive?
Oh, Mitchell Pearce, number 7 on the back of his for New South Wales.
Painted on. He would have woken up with that already on. It's as simple as Roosters win just by how much. Simple as that.
By the way, because I would have won $100 had the Gold Coast Titans got up and won on Monday Night Football. So for the Gold Coast Titans that laid down like dogs, thanks for nothing. Okay, Canberra Raiders, who are they playing on Saturday?
Well, Tiddy Titans.
Titans, is it? Okay.
Titans go down to Canberra Raiders Stadium.
Right.
And they've got a bad record there just to boot. So they're coming off a shellacking. 3-0 is their record at Canberra, and I actually don't see how they can improve that this week. It's pretty hard to come back from that sort of game. Canberra had the week off last week. They're nice and refreshed. I'd be getting on board the Raiders train.
Okay, Warriors and Dragons, is it?
Yep, that's it. How do you tip against Dragons? Like I said, I say this every week. I apologise for being a broken record, but you can't tip against a consistent team like the Dragons. Yes, Wayne Bennett trains and coaches them. Yeah, they might be a bit sort of mundane, but they just win. They got 8-2 record against the Warriors. Warriors hit and miss. They're terrible.
How is no expert saying that Jamie Soward should be the 5'8" for New South Wales? What has Jamie Soward got to do? They're on top of the table. He's the fastest man in rugby league over 40 metres, Gus Gould says. No one's talking about him as 5'8" for New South Wales. Why not? You're a man that knows everything.
Well, why do the Blues pick 28, 29, 30-year-old players?
I'll tell you why. Because they're imbeciles. That's why.
They've just been sort of privy to the depth of talent that Queensland has emerged. People forget, but Queensland lost the 3 series prior to their current run that they're on. They played Slater, Cameron Smith, Corey Parker, Sam Thode, all of these young guys, but they consistently played them during 3 losses and said, these will be our future. Where's that? Where's that on the Blues side of things? They keep picking Kamali. They're bringing him back in and out.
No loyalty. If they were loyal, New South Wales...
Don't we love them? The Blues just get into each other, don't they? As soon as they lose, they rip in.
If they were loyal, they'd pick Peter Sterling at halfback. We know that. Manly and the Broncos on Sunday. This is going to be an absolute cracker. Brisbane don't go too well down there at Brookie, do they?
Yeah, no, you're spot on, but aren't they going good? Oh. You know, your Brisbane Broncos are on fire. Lockie's in great form.
Yep, he played sensationally.
How can you bag him at the moment? He's going great guns. Manly are also, they're without Jamie Lyon, which is interesting, but hopefully they get Kieran Foran back to the young New Zealand gun. He makes a big difference to them. So if he comes back in, it's at Brookie. I think it's close to a 50-50, but I'll just tip the home team, the Manly team in that one.
There you go. And by the way, 1 out of 7 last week, so take note.
Don't improve it. We can only get better.
Just finally, Monday night football. Who we got on Monday night?
South in North Queensland.
Ooh, good game.
In Sydney. But Thurston's outraged. Did you hear his expletive written?
Oh, what a joke.
An address of the referee.
Okay, so Jonathan Thurston gives it to the referee, a few F-bombs here and there. Why not send him to his room without dinner? I mean, it's rugby league. How can you get a grown man and give him a week's suspension because he uses the F word?
But who wouldn't? Did you see the decisions? I would have blown up.
Oh, it's a joke.
They should have won.
North Queensland should tell the NRL to go and get knotted, in my opinion.
I agree, for what it's worth. It was terrible. Like, the referee should just go, yeah, all's fair. I've made a few blues, let's get on with it.
They give Jonathan Thurston a week's suspension. How about suspending the idiot that made the decision in the first place? I bet they don't suspend the referee. He cost them the game there, and more importantly, I had $50 on them. He cost me $50.
It was shocking.
Okay, terrible. So Monday night, who are we going for? South?
No Thurston, South win.
Okay, there you have it. Let's have a look at Farmer's Flutter for this week.
We're coming back. Well, guys, Farmer's Flutter. We've got to get a winner. We've changed tack. We're not going to speculate. We're going to pick some bankers. So, 2 easy ones. Panthers to beat the Knights at $1.40. I think they'll bounce back. And then we're going to have Roosters to give it to the Sharks 13 plus. Again, it'll be a matter by how far in that one. That's $2.10. That's going to give us a dividend of $2.81. Have 100 on it. They'll give us $281 to play with next week. This has got to win, surely. Back it.
Well, there you go, folks. Put $100 on that bet, or alternatively, just grab $100 out of your wallet and set it on fire. You'll probably get more enjoyment out of the ladder. Has not tipped a winner so far this season. We've got a great competition up for grabs here if you want to come along to State of Origin 3.
That's it. Look, jump on the website, go to the competitions page. Simple matter of just filling out that entry form, jumping on the Facebook site, becoming a fan, and be randomly drawn a winner. Game 3, State of Origin, you can be there. Easy as that.
Hey, by the way, we love getting your emails too, so click us an email, tell us what you think about anything happening in rugby league. We'd love to get your thoughts. We'll read them out on the show next week.
If it's any good.
Hey, by the way, folks, until then, see you later. Have yourself a good one.
Bye.